तू चलता चल तू चलता चल तू चलता चल
Yes, yes,
Good,
yes.
good, Abhishek. You've done well, and please help our students, others who are following us, and our students as to how they should go about. And all of you, please feel frank. Do clarify your queries because the exams are coming up, and all of you must do well. Chalo, beta. God bless. Start.
So first of all, most of the parts of this presentation are prepared on pen and paper because of some reasons, sir. My apologies for that. But I will try my best to give a holistic understanding what should be a proper approach. So in this presentation, I'll be sharing my experience and strategy regarding the regarding the preparation of CDS and AFCAT exam. And just to give a brief introduction, that I have cleared CDS 5 out of 5 times since 2021, and these are the marks. And AFCAT 4 out of 4 times, and also in CGL 2022, I have cleared the written exam and secured a post of postal assistant, sorting assistant. And most of the sources that I will mention in this presentation are freely available on the internet, and you don't have to pay any fees, or any paid course should be any paid course must be purchased. That will not be the case. So I will go subject by subject. First, I will take on English, then maths, then reasoning, which is for AFCAT only, and then GK. Uh, Strategy discussed here will be more focused on long-term goal, like 4 to 5 months, 6 months, not this immediate attempt, which is just after 10 to 12 days. So I will start with English. So if we talk about the syllabus part, this is the syllabus, which can be divided in 3 major parts. First is grammar, which in CDS, grammar has around 50 to 60 questions. What type of questions? There are spotting the error, sentence improvement, and then there are sentence completion. And recently UPSC has introduced a new pattern in which they ask which part of speech is this word. Like for a sentence, they will underline a word and they will ask if it is an adverb or adjective or a conjunction, what is it. So this is a new pattern of question which is being asked, and there are 10 questions of each type. So there are 120 questions and 10 questions of each type. So there will be 12 variety of questions, and around 5 to 6 type of questions are asked from grammar part only. So for grammar, there are most active, passive, direct, indirect, and then there is noun, pronoun, adjective, conjunction, article, preposition, adverb, verb, and subject verb agreement, conditional sentences. So these are the major rules of grammar which everyone should know to answer most of the questions. And these are 10 questions are asked from active, passive, and direct, indirect speech. So for grammar, I will suggest From Flint to Paramount book by Neetu Singh. It is a very good book, and I will show you a screenshot, a photo of this book also. The material is available in both Hindi and English. All the rules are mentioned very clearly. I will show you the picture of the book. So if anyone has not gone through the material, then like this is the chapter of article. So all the rules are explained in Hindi and English and in a very convenient manner. And there are practice exercise also. So it is a very good book to go through, and you will clear all the concepts of grammar from this book very easily. And then I will move on to the vocabulary part. So vocabulary is a part where you need to grow gradually. You can't just sit and cram 50 words a day and 60 words a day. I don't think that is a good strategy, because it gets boring. You will write all the words, but after a while, if you don't revise, then those words will just go in vain. So a more better approach is that I found on internet is that there is a Telegram group, English Madhyam. You will found it. There is an app also, there is a website, and there is a Telegram group also. So what they do, they upload a daily PDF of editorial. Sample PDF of yesterday's editorial. So they underline all the words, and they provide the vocabulary, their idiom phrases used, and there is also practice exercise of 30-35 questions, which includes passage, close test, grammar, and vocabulary, and PQRS also, which is also being asked in all the exams. So it is a very good daily dose. It is like a daily dose of English, and if it won't take more than 30 minutes to practice, just read the article, go through the vocabulary, and attend the practice exercise, and you will in a gradually in a month or in 50 to 60 days, you will see the improvement in your vocabulary and your comprehension also. because reading helps a lot in the comprehension part. So in comprehension, there are mostly 3 to 4 type of questions that are being asked. First is close test. In CDS, there are 10 questions of a close test, 10 questions of passage, five questions of 2 passages, and then PQRS. And then there is a PQRS in sentence format and PQRS in paragraph format also. So in paragraph format, it is S1 and S6 are the two first and last statement of a paragraph, and the middle four sentences are jumbled. So reading a passage will help in those understanding those PQRS and questions also. Will give you more holistic understanding of what a passage and what is the continuity of a passage. कि however आया है तो उसके बाद कौन सा sentence आएगा, like कौन से conjunction points है जिनके बाद ये sentence इसके बाद आएगा. So it give you very good understanding. So I will suggest these 2 materials for grammar, the book by Neetu Singh, linked to Paramount, and for vocabulary and comprehension, you can go to the daily PDF available on a website or app, whatever convenient way you can go through, and you will get very good understanding of comprehension and vocabulary from this video. Then I will suggest to attend a mock test every week, at least once a week, so that you can be in practice of solving question, and also it will help you to understand the paper pattern. In AFCAT, there are 25 questions, there are 30 questions of English, and in CDS, there are 120 questions. Pattern of question is the same. क्लोज टेस्ट में 3 क्वेश्चन आएंगे, पैसेज के 3 क्वेश्चन आएंगे, एफकेट में, सीडीएस में 10 क्वेश्चन हो जाएंगे. तो पैटर्न इज द सेम, नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस इज like fourfold. So if you get the whole understanding, then you will get through, and you can even score 70-75 plus marks very easily. And then I will move to maths part. So this is the syllabus of maths, and which includes number system, algebra, arithmetic. Arithmetic itself a very vast topic which has 8 to 10 chapters, and then trigonometry, geometry. So geometry is a very wide topic which has major 5 portions: lines, angles, triangle, quadrilateral, circle, polygon. In which triangle and circle, these two are the most important parts of geometry. Then mensuration, 2D mensuration, you can cover it very easily while doing the geometry, because we have only 2D geometry, and 2D mensuration is in the same lines of 2D geometry. And for 3D geometry, you just need to learn those formulas and just apply them. And then there are miscellaneous questions from set theory, logarithm, statistics. So but in AFCAT, the syllabus is only this much only. Number system, arithmetics, algebra is not being asked in AFCAT, and there are some questions from log and set theory also. Advanced mathematics is not being asked in AFCAT. So while if you are appearing for AFCAT, please focus on only the particular syllabus. So for CDS, I will suggest that first you should analyze the first 2 to 3 previous year papers, so that you can get understanding of what type of questions are being asked, because it is very important to know that what is being asked. Because in recent last 2 to 3 attempts, UPSC has been asking the questions from data sufficiency. There are 10 questions in mathematics from data sufficiency. They will give you the question, 2 statements are given, and 4 options are given, whether first or second statement is sufficient to give the answer, whether both are combinedly sufficient to give the answer. So these are very tricky questions, and you should know the complete understanding. So if you are preparing from scratch, then you should join some foundation course, which I will show you later, that it is also freely available on YouTube. Then some latest trend shows that number system and geometry, there are many more questions are being asked from number system and geometry. Like trigonometry has 10 marks, 10 questions and 10 marks. Geometry and mensuration are 20 to 25 questions are being asked, and from number system around 15 to 20 questions are being asked. So for CDS, first thing first is to mark those areas of strength in which you have good understanding. Like if you are good at arithmetics, then first move to arithmetics, then you can move to other parts of syllabus. If you are good at geometry, trigonometry, then first first prepare for those areas, because you have 100 questions and 120 minutes. All the questions, attending all the questions is not possible. only 75, 80 good attempts are very well enough. So only you don't need to cover all the syllabus. Please understand that if you even let's say if you don't prepare for mathematics, only 15 questions are being asked from arithmetics, so you can adjust that time in other parts of syllabus, other questions. And in UPSC all the questions are asked in groups. Like you will find 51 to 60 question number 51 to 60 all from trigonometry, question number 61 to 70 all from geometry or number system or whatever. So these questions are asked in groups and you can attend them in one go. So first focus on the area of your strengths and complete those syllabus and practice as much as you can. And also have a more holistic approach. Shortcut method, crash course, these are uh, last minute thing. ये आपको लास्ट मिनट में काम आएंगी. प्लीज हैव अ होलिस्टिक अप्रोच एंड कंप्लीट द सिलेबस. जो शॉर्ट ट्रिक वाला मेथड है इट वॉन्ट वर्क इन यूपीएससी बिकॉज वो स्टेटमेंट वाइज क्वेश्चन आने लगे आजकल मैथ्स में. In maths you they give you two statements, you should know both of them, only then you can answer the question, otherwise you can't answer. So for this purpose there is I have I will suggest this uh, think and solve classes, which has provided around 66 videos of mathematics, and these are in very convenient manner and arranged in uh, एकदम लाइन से arranged है, and you can easily go through the chapters and prepare. And for this is for the foundation course, and if you have already prepared then I will suggest कि आप practice कीजिए, जो नए questions नए type of questions आए हैं उनकी practice कीजिए, and practice type wise. Like if you are preparing for profit and loss, then there are 7 to 8 types of questions that can be asked from profit and loss. Prepare those type wise questions so that you don't get it messy, because फिर बहुत ज्यादा pile up हो जाता है कि ऐसा लगता है कि there are so many type of questions. If you go type wise, then you will have more better understanding of the concept. So go type wise, please prepare. And if I please prepare the topics first which you have strength at. And then if you ask me to which book I referred to CDS Pathfinder. It is a good book, it has given all the concepts, it is a good book for mathematics, and there are previous year questions are also provided there, and you can refer to them. Also there are other books as well and other material also available. It is more or less a standard material, but please go by the go with the mindset that you have to complete a topic with with पूरा उसको कर देना है, मतलब उसको ऊपर से नीचे तक पूरा आना चाहिए. You should know all the minute details of it. Like if you go with the short trick method, it won't work in exam. And for AFCAT, there are only some selected chapters you have to focus on. And in AFCAT, arithmetic part is the major part. There are 20 questions in AFCAT, and 15 to 17 questions are from arithmetics, which include time and work, time, speed, distance, ratio, proportion, percentage, etc. And 2 to 3 questions are from number system and others. Other type of questions are asked. So focus on arithmetic part. And for arithmetic, I refer to this SSC CGL crash course, in which type-wise questions are being prepared. I will also send the link if anyone needs it. Uh, so this is Revolution by Education YouTube channel, and there are around 21 videos for each topics, like simplification, percentage, question based on election, then percentage. There is a 2.5 minute, 2.5 hour video, and then ratio, proportion, and the time and work. So in these lectures, all the questions are explained type-wise. So this will help you a lot in understanding all the concepts. Then for reasoning, so reasoning is for AFCAT exam only. There is no reasoning part in CDS. So in reasoning, there are two types: verbal and non-verbal. First, I will talk about the non-verbal part. So in non-verbal, there is figure series in which 4 to 5 figures are problem figures are given, and you have to answer that which figure will be in the siege of these 4 figures. Then odd one out, dot placement. Dot placement is a topic which is asked in only AFCAT exam, in no other exam like SSC, RRB, or any other exam. And Venn diagrams and dice. For these exams, For this particular topics, you have to know what should be your approach in exam, because in AFCAT you have 120 minutes and only 100 question, which is very ample amount of time to solve, because there are 30 questions of English, 25 questions of GK. So 55 questions won't take more than 30 minutes to answer. So you will have 90 minutes for 45 questions of mathematics and reasoning. So you have around 2 minutes per question. If you take the average, you have 2 minutes per question. Okay, so you should know what should be your approach, because you have good ample amount of time. You should, if you know the approach, you can solve it there only in very convenient manner. So for this purpose, there are these two video lectures of 5.5 hours each. So in these, all these, like in first video, there are 6 chapters, and in second video, there are 7 chapters. So I refer to these two videos, and all the concepts of all these chapters are explained in very good manner, and you can get to know what should be your approach to a question. Like for coding decoding, if you talk about coding decoding, so there are many like many patterns in which a word can be coded. For example, a word enjoy, ENJOY. So it can be coded in multiple ways. So more or less, the 90% of the questions are from. If you prepare for SSC CGL reasoning, you will be at a very good level with AFCAT reasoning, because more or less the level is the same for reasoning. A few topics are new in are asked only in AFCAT, and a few topics are asked only in CGL. You can get the idea from AFCAT model paper that is available on website of AFCAT. So for coding decoding, for mathematical operation, missing number, in these questions you have to find the pattern. For blood relation direction test, you don't need to find the pattern, you just have to draw it and you see the answer. So these are very easy type of reasonings. And for odd one out, you should know what pattern is applied in these series, and which one figure, which one word is odd one out. So for this, just go through all the questions and practice a lot. प्रैक्टिस फॉर एसएससी सीजीएल मॉक टेस्ट, आप सेक्शनल मॉक टेस्ट दे सकते हैं 25 मिनट 25 क्वेश्चन जिसमें होते हैं, और इट विल बी वेरी हेल्पफुल. So sources for reasoning is even coaching YouTube channel. These are the two videos which I found very helpful. And then practicing SSC mock test. These are also very helpful in preparing for FCAT reasoning. And some questions are asked from word analogy. If you are preparing for vocabulary, you will know the words and you can easily find odd one out or find the analogy of the words. So that is also very helpful. But now for GK, I have not prepared much in GK because honestly I am not very good at GK. My strengths are in English and mathematics, so I focus on those parts. And in GK, there is 20% sectional cutoff, and I just barely meet the cutoff criteria. I have, like, if you see my marks here, you can see that I have cleared the AFA cutoff with 74 and 72 marks in English and mathematics respectively, but only 23 marks in GK. So for GK, I saw the previous year papers first and see that there are 30 questions are asked from science, 10 from each: physics, chemistry, biology. So I have my science background, so that's why I prepared the science, the general science part from CDS Pathfinder book. There is very good concepts are explained chapter wise, and if you go through the CDS Pathfinder general science, you will be able to solve 25 questions very easily. And most of the questions are repetitive in CDS exam. Like there is one question, I still remember that is being asked consecutively in 3 attempts. That is tarnishing of silver. This is being asked consecutively in 3 attempts. So if you go through the papers, you will have understanding that these questions are very repetitive and a fixed pattern is being asked. Recently, they have introduced this statement type of questions, like they will provide 2 to 3 statements. So for that, please go through the CDS Pathfinder book. It is good and sufficient. And then you can move to the general science mock tests so that you can practice that as well. And then 30 questions are from science and 15 to 20 questions are asked from current affairs. For current affairs, I usually prefer this Prachand series by Akash Nandev sir, and I have been following this from my past 2 to 3 attempts, and very good amount of questions are solved by this marathon lectures. So this starts around 15 to 20 days prior to the CDS exam, and it provides month-wise current affairs. 1.5 hour, there is 1.5 hour marathon class of month of the current affair of the whole month, and like this is for CDS 1 2023. So there is August, September, October, and so on till March. So they will provide you very good current affairs in type-wise manner, like first defense, then awards, then sports, then government schemes, books and author. So you will just note it down, revise it, and you will be very good at current affairs by this. And also there are other channels like Insight SSB and CDS Journey. They are also very good. They are also providing very good current affairs. So my whole strategy usually revolves around play on your strengths. Like my strength is English and mathematics. I focused on that. In GK, I tried to score only that which is sufficient to clear the sectional cutoff. In English, there are some sections which you can be good at. There are some sections which you are weak at. Like I was good at grammar, but not so much in vocabulary. So I focused on grammar. Like there are 50 to 60 questions in grammar. So I focused 50 to 60 में से 50 questions, 45 questions should be correct. And in vocabulary, there are synonyms, antonyms, and idiom and phrases. 30 questions. In 30 questions, around 12 to 15 questions, if I'm able to complete 12 to 15 questions, that is also good enough. In passage and close test, I try to score as much as possible. So play on your strengths, and even in mathematics, please try to focus on the parts where you are good at. Like if you are good in arithmetics, focus on that along with the number system, because many questions are being asked from number system. If you are good at advanced part like trigonometric, geometry, mensuration, please focus on that. And the rest of the questions you just prepare at some certain level that you can answer some basic questions, if not the ones of advanced level. So that is more or less the approach that I applied, and I was able to clear it all the times in which I have appeared. And if you have any doubt, you can please ask.
Okay, sources will differ from person to person. Okay.
No, there are no questions. I will make some additions. Just give me a minute, Yogita. अच्छा, देखो क्या है?
Yes.
अंग्रेजी सुधारी है अपनी अच्छे से, including the vocabulary part.
Yes,
Why
sir.
it is important is, अगर आपकी अंग्रेजी खराब होगी, आपको जिंदगी में सक्सेस मिलने में मुश्किल होगी. और अंग्रेजी
sir.
अच्छी होगी, it will have a cumulative impact everywhere in all competitive exams, including your job interviews. So अंग्रेजी को look at it from that perspective. Fine, that is one.
Yes, sir.
Second is that SSB में अगर आपका मैथ वीक है, आपका SSB में सिलेक्शन भी नहीं होगा. आप रीजनिंग में थोड़ा बहुत फंसोगे, और इंटरव्यूइंग ऑफिसर को जैसे ही पता चला, और मैं इंटरव्यूइंग ऑफिसर रहा हूं, हमें पता चल जाता है कौन मैथ्स में कमजोर है, क्योंकि आप जिस हिसाब से डेटा शेटा बताते हो अपना, उससे हमें पता चल जाता है. तो अब हम आपको प्रैक्टिकल प्रॉब्लम पोज कर देंगे, वहां फंस जाओगे. तो इंग्लिश और मैथ्स को ये देखो फ्रॉम द पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ लाइफ, इनको स्ट्रॉन्ग रखो. यू नीड दीज थिंग्स इन लाइफ. फाइन, जीके सीके आता जाता रहे, बट ये तो पक्का जिंदगी के स्ट्रॉन्ग पिलर्स हैं एकेडमिक एबिलिटी के. इनको स्ट्रॉन्ग रख के चलो, इट विल बी वेरी हेल्पफुल इन लाइफ. ठीक, you can ask your questions, all those who are appearing. Please clarify. Abhishek has given you a very good practical plan. You can clarify, and all those who don't make it and they are finding it difficult ये strategy वगैरह में, so they can come and join our written guidance plan, which Yogita and we run in No Frills Academy. ठीक? So Yogita, what additions you have? Please go on.
I have additions of NCRTs. थोड़ा हम बेसिक भूल जाते हैं, तो NCRTs कभी कभी रेफर करने पड़ते हैं. तो our notes have got NCRTs का clips थोड़ा सा. And in newspaper reading of Indian Express, I want people to do it. द हिंदू के कभी कभी साइंस के आर्टिकल्स वैसे के वैसे क्वेश्चंस उससे उठाए जाते हैं। तो आई 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 एम नॉट इनटू यूट्यूब सब्सक्रिप्शंस, तो ये पुराना मॉडल है जो मैं करवाती हूँ। हमारे टाइम पे तो यही था, तो उससे ही पास होते थे। बट राइट नाउ देयर इज सो मच ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन, and exams level difficulty level has also increased correspondingly. I can understand that it has become difficult, but ज्यादा sources के पीछे पड़े तो फिर हम confused हो जाएंगे। तो थोड़ा बेसिक पे आना पड़ता है NCRTs।